Today we are going on an adventure of sorts. So last year I photographed the Margate Mile, which is an event put on by Malle London or Malle London, not sure how to say it, but they're running it again. Basically it is a 2-day motorbike beach race along the sands of Margate, which is really fun to shoot and is complete and utter chaos. But last year I shot it on the RZ and was surprisingly pleased with the results, considering I was only there for 1 day, had no idea what to expect. I only took 14 rolls of film and shot all 14 rolls of film. So I'm going back again this year, but instead of the 1 day, I'm going for the 2 days. So Saturday and the Sunday. And again, this thing is coming with me. I will be shooting exclusively on Fujifilm Pro 400H, which I have loads of still, and it's getting more and more discontinued by the day. So I will shoot that. I'm taking ND filter, 2-stop ND filter, so I will essentially be shooting 100 speed film instead of 400. This will reduce the exposure by 2 stops, so that's good. Obviously going to take the 110. Probably going to take the 65 because that was quite fun to shoot with last year. Last year I also took the 37, which I probably won't take again this year. And I might take the 140 just for the Saturday to see if I use it. If I don't use it, then I won't take it for the Sunday. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. You're more than welcome to join and stick around to watch the ensuing chaos. Video is going to be sparse. I'm going to try and record as I shoot, but we'll see how that goes. Could go horribly. But yeah, let's fucking go, because why not? So this whole event is kind of broken up into 2 parts. This first section, which is kind of like sprints down the beach, which is 2 motorcyclists against each other. Winner stays on, loser knocked out. This is the main part, which is more sort of actiony shots, although there's the riders waiting in the back, which I, as you'll see, will go around and photograph those as well. That's something I quite enjoy. I'm not going specifically to shoot action, I'm going to shoot sort of these little details and little interactions, things like that I think most photographers at the event sort of overlook, but it's something that I think having an RZ sort of forces me to do that, which is ultimately sort of why I take the RZ to things like this, because I'm going to be looking at it differently than most photographers will do. Just about to switch over to the 65. I managed to somehow get quite heavy vignetting on a few of the shots. I was using the lens hood intended for the 110. For some of the other shots it wasn't an issue, so that was a bit strange. You might also notice that my colour balance seems to vary a lot through shots. So I had the ND filters on both lenses. With the 110 I had a newer Hoya filter, whereas with the 65 I was using an older Hoya filter, and I think the older Hoya filter just gave a little colour cast which made some of those earlier shots a lot sort of greener than I was expecting. I was going for a more contrasty sort of gritty look, and I think the slightly higher contrast and saturation in some of the shots does help. So now we're getting more into the relay race, or not relay race, but doing sort of laps where riders will go around a set circuit and they'll do just 3 or 4 laps each. Here you can see them sort of coming up the straight bit, and the RZ at 400th of a second, not ideal. What's called, I think, a Le Mans start, where they have to run over to their bikes and then jump on and then go from there. So back at the sprints now, I kept sort of jumping back and forth between the relay and the sprints, and yeah, it was just figuring out which one would be more interesting to photograph at any one time. I think what I like most about this shot is the fact that the headlight is on, which obviously there's no real need for. Get a quick portrait of Tom because he introduced me to this event and also gets me a press pass so I can wander around in the middle of the chaos. How are you? It's the silly little details that I really like the band on this guy over everything else he's wearing. Plus all the little details of the bike, it's always quite interesting. This guy that's about to come off, they'd had a little collision. I thought there was a problem with the bike, so obviously I come up and I start taking photos. And I think, oh, he's checking the bike to see what's wrong with the bike. So I take a shot, and then before I know it, he's grabbing his leg. So his leg had got pinned between the bikes, but there was only some minor bruising. This is the same guy from the previous clip who kept spinning up his wheel. I'm not quite sure why he kept doing it, but there must be a reason, and I kind of kept trying to photograph it because I like having that motion in there. I think I shot 10 or 12 rolls of film, which wasn't too bad, it's more than I was expecting, but should be coming back tomorrow. My bag is an absolute mess of film, and I need to get my keys out. Yeah, I don't know how this is going to piece together, to be honest. I need to get the film developed first. Keys, finally. RZ down here was fucking trooper. It was weird, like last year, I'm sure this felt different. I don't know if that's because it was the Sunday or if that's because I didn't know what I was expecting. But there, this year I kind of knew where I needed to be, where good shots would be. I don't know. And also having the phone didn't help. I had to keep doing that. Definitely missed some shots there. And yeah, I feel like I'm slow on the reload. Like reloading film, I just felt slow. So yeah, don't feel quite as confident with it as I did last year. But I was pleasantly surprised last year, so hopefully it's the same again. But yeah, I might not make it the whole day tomorrow. I might just do the morning. I'll see how I feel. Not looking forward to paying developing costs. That is going to be painful. Is what it is. That's the state of my shoes and my legs. And yeah, I'm going to be going over the whole camera with a fine tooth comb to get rid of all the sand that is in there, because that's the last thing I want. Back again, a little bit different today because I ditched the 140 because the 140 was not working for me, so I got the 65 and the 110. Only 10 rolls of film today, it's a little bit later, so we'll see how that goes. And it's sunny, so with 400 film, yesterday it was overcast and I was getting about f8 at 400th of a second. So today, probably going to be f16, f22. Hopefully not too bad, but we'll see how it goes. This shot proves once again that I am not a videographer as I pan away from the action. With this shot, I really just love the sand on his bike and how it all sort of just stuck to the front there. This is the same guy from yesterday who was spinning his wheel up, and again just sort of obsessed with that motion of the wheel. just because it adds something a bit more dynamic into the shot. So I've got a few of those. Cleaning out some sand, which I've got a few shots of before this little video clip where he took off the back, and then I've got a couple more from after, just as he's about to get back on. This is the sort of midday sun really sort of working against me, getting those shadows and really contrasty shots. There's something about this stupid little monkey bike that I really like, and I've taken a few shots of it, not just this year but the year before as well. It's the same one, and yeah, I don't know, I like all the stickers and I like how bright the blue is. I think it's just a colour palette against the sand, which is nice. This is me trying and failing some panning shots. Some of them work out and some of them don't. There's a few more later on at the other end of the sort of circuit. This is Rob, one of the organisers, with the flag at the end of one of the races. I just wanted to get some shots with something a bit more dynamic. I've moved up to the other end of the track to again try some panning shots, and I think these worked out a little bit better. I like how sort of it freezes the sand in certain aspects while you've still got sort of the blur of them movement, just to get that idea of motion, which is sometimes hard to get, especially with film, because you don't know what you're going to get. But I kept trying these, firstly from them coming towards me, and then later on with them sort of going past me, just crouched behind a little barrel which marks kind of the end of the track for them. Coming up is one of my favourite shots from the whole weekend. I think just the panning worked quite well and captured that motion really nicely. On the next lap, this guy ended up going through a really sort of dirty, muddy, wet puddle and had to pull off, so I ended up taking a few shots, sort of closer portraits, after he was covered in absolute filth. evidence here of me being weirdly obsessed with capturing sort of the motion of the flags. This is right in the middle of where the bikes sort of start from, so quite at risk of being sprayed in the face with sand, as you will see, but also quite exciting and something that's really nice about having the press pass so that I can get into positions like this that I wouldn't be able to normally. I was down to my last 3 frames and this was the final race of the day, so after this I wouldn't really have anything else to shoot, so I made sure to get as much as possible.
Well, I'm done.
All done. Shot all my film. 10 or 11 rows I think. Wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Ended up on F8/F16, depending on lens. But yeah, 65mm came in useful, which is nice. Covered in sand, legs are fucking killing me. But an excellent 2 days. So yeah, we'll probably do the same thing again next year. But yeah, on the way back to the car, 45-minute drive home. Should be fine. Look forward to going through all these clips. And if you have made it all the way through this video, thank you very much for watching. If you like the video, feel free to like the video. If you really like the video, then you are more than welcome to subscribe. Hopefully we'll do more out and about stuff at some point. But yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you when I see you.